Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Thief the Dark mod. In the last episode, we started Chronicles of Skullduggery 1, Pearls and Swine, and I was pretty disheartened starting it, given how difficult the Dark mod is compared to what I'm used to. I have not yet uploaded the prior part of this, but I got a little more practice in with some of the later parts of Pearls and Swine. I'm a little more familiar with the map again, and I think I can probably do what's coming up without dying too many times, or getting caught. So, let's pick up where we left off and see if we can get another hour in without failing miserably. Okay. The first thing we should do is actually take advantage of the note we had read from Cohen.
Well, I can't write it.
We were told that he would leave a payment for his blackmailer, something Jackblade, near his bedroom window's awning at the top of the stairs. I had thought this was someplace inside his structure, but it's actually right here. Annabelle's diary. Dear Diary, I've taken a liking to Clifton Grove, though Mother said it was frightful. She said that living so close to Brooksdale would mean that crime would be plaguing the streets and back alleys, but the thick walls and wooden gates seem to keep riffraff out. The little nook beneath my bedroom window does seem to attract unsavory characters after dark, though, but I feel safe here above them. I must also confess that I've also taken a liking to the dashing gentleman next door. He is so handsome. William Armstrong is his name. I met him at market last week and tried to make idle conversation, but he seemed distant and evasive. I should have known I couldn't garner interest from a man of his caliber. After all, I'm just a tanner's daughter from Braindon. Am I cursed, dear diary? Why not help two lost souls find love? Switch their journals. Optional. I cannot think of any good reason not to do so. I was unable to figure out where that nook is that her journal alludes to. This would be her outside bedroom window, but I can't find the nook anywhere here. She makes it sound like it should be in this alley, somewhere above the riffraff. But I do not see it. You may have noticed the ring here in Annabelle's room. Right there. I have no interest in stealing from her, and in retrospect, not really from stealing from the captain after reading their journals. I see no nook here either. We don't need her ring, by the way, in case you're curious. While testing the level, which is to say getting some practice in on it, I have found over the amount we need for gold by some margin, so we do not really need her ring. It can stay there. I always feel guilty robbing the poor. It is possible to jump onto that one outcrop here. But I still can't find a nook. And there's no place else I can jump from this location. We're going to give Cohen's another search. I did not find his chest. I actually have no clue where it could be.
That door shouldn't be open.
If he has a chest, it's nowhere in here.
Nothing after all then. What was that? Lucky.
It's not worth it. It'll take too long to figure out where that chest is. I can poke about a bit out there, off screen, trying to figure out where it's located. I would like to look at the notes in the alleyway, since I don't remember what it is that they're asking for. Steal any Mandrosala from Paul and leave it at Rusty Roy's. Percival Cohen resides in the manor, the back entrance of Harrington Manor. It seems like in the dark mod, when some guards become alerted, they take their weapon out, they then stand in a very certain spot, and they never move from that spot. I suppose this gives him good vision of anything coming down that passage, or try to get out of the tavern on this side. Just reload. Oh, this is the wrong place to reload. Give me a second. Alright, everyone. Sorry about that. We're back. My mistake was trying to get a little too close to the light. It's hard for me to judge where the shadows end. We definitely don't want to get... We do not want to be highlighted. Highlighted. We don't want our light gem to go up even a smidge. The guard's peripheral vision... actually, everyone's peripheral vision is very good in the dark mod. He's going to be very difficult to deal with in this hallway. In this courtyard. So we're going to make sure he gets a good evening's rest. I have just the place for Gordon to spend the evening as well. Someplace he can rest undisturbed and free from prying eyes who might want to know where he's located. He's worked very hard this evening. That won't do. That should make navigating around this courtyard a little easier, because there's several places here we want to go and visit. So we already found that thief's loot cache. That's suspicious. A tricky thing about this map is that there are several places you can actually investigate that don't highlight when you frob over them. When you highlight them with the cursor, you can actually interact with them by pressing the right mouse button. I normally would not knock out so many guards. This is our second. That's already too many for me. However, he won't stop staring down the... He won't stop guarding a courtyard that I must be able to traverse. So we'll go ahead and leave him here. It's interesting because being detected actually caused the guards to do that sort of odd behavior, which actually worked out in our favor. Paul's list. Things that need doing. Check with Cornwall how much I can get for this dreadful statuette. Should be 20 bottles of wine at least. Need to renew stash of Mandrosala. Customers can't go long without it. Have Peter meet contact this weekend. Pay off Jacobblade Jones, the slimy bastard. Looks like Jacobblade Jones is busy causing several people's lives to be miserable. This is extortion or racketeering. I can never remember which one's which. I think it's extortion. Dear Mother, I am so glad to hear that you are in good health. How are things over in Langmire's ward? I hear parts have as much crime as Brooksdale. As a matter of fact, I'm doing much better now and am 3 weeks sober. Your new self-portrait did arrive with your letter, and I must say, marvelous work. Your nose and chin do shine through so. My deepest thanks for the gold statuette. I shall keep you in my prayers. I wish you the very best, and give my regards to Father. Your loving son, Paul. It would seem that he did not care very much for the portrait. It also would seem to me that he has not stopped drinking. fall without damage.
What am I supposed to do? Not say anything? It's not my fault I'm right.
Journal of Pierre's Green, 17th of July. Bored. Who would have thought retirement could be so very boring?
Well, that's not shape.
After an honorable discharge at the Inventors Guild, I found myself looking for new lodgings. A lot has changed since I took up residence with the guild 30 years ago, foremost of which is the prices of properties in the inner city districts. I had to be content with the small apartment in Clifton Grove. The humility in my apartment of modernity of electricity has still not arrived.
What did I see there?
I can't read his journal if I don't stand, but that's making my light gem be the slightest bit brighter, which is enough to get him interested in who's standing here. He's complaining about living in this apartment. He doesn't like the person who we are supposed to go and rob for the pendant this evening, believing her to be a snob. And he has hidden some funds in a place that no one who is illiterate would search. I don't know what a magdrosula is, everyone. I think it might be... They might be referring to a plant? The only thing similarly named as that I have encountered is something called like a madraga or something. And even then, I don't know what that is. But I remember playing a... It was a game in which I was playing a character playing a game. It was like a strange MMO. Like the game itself was not. You were playing a kid who was a character in this MMO. It was an anime-like game. It was you and like two other characters, and there was something wrong with the game. Some sort of creature was out there killing people. Dot Hack? Is that what it was called? The Brotherhood stalk me now. This is the end. The Raven watches me, waiting for the order to strike. One little mistake was all it took. I now can't sleep without locking my door and putting the key in a high place. The living room isn't safe anymore. I don't want to end up like the others, but I have nowhere to run. The Raven sees all. He's left his calling card, and now he comes to peck my eyes out. Okay, I can't climb it. So I was able to climb this prior, and looking around the room, we can actually see the keys very slightly from where we're sitting.
What?
I really don't want to navigate that alley / courtyard up ahead of us on the ground floor if I can avoid it. Let's go back through the engineer's room. We will go down there. We want to make our way to that wagon we can see in the distance. I just want to approach that wagon from a different angle.
over there.
I'm just going to reload the jump. So I mentioned the dot hack thing because you could hunt certain plants by spawning certain levels. You had to insert a code and your character would be taken to like a... Why can I not do this jump? Would be taken to like this special level, and you could kill these plant creatures called magdrosas. I'll be right back, everyone. This is getting really effing annoying. Okay, I had to hop up and down a few times, so the game realized that I wanted to jump in order to do that.
Bugger me. All worked up for nothing.
We're gonna wait a little bit. We want to get back on top of these stalls and make our way over to that wagon. It's gonna be tricky.
If there's any fun, let me know.
Yes, yes.
I've noticed that the guards in this game don't follow a set patrol pattern. They do want to go to certain places, but how they get there, like they could gladly decide to reverse the way they do a patrol if they wish. I like it. It makes it tougher for you to judge when the guards are going to be doing their patrol.
Bollocks. Not again.
Going to need to pick up the pace. Got to finish on time.
Alright, everyone, we're gonna make a try for it here. We'll need to put out that light, that torch.
Bugger. Not again.
went really well. Our next stop is that, a sewer entrance. Hello everyone. Sorry about this. I accidentally cut the recording. I hit my record on off hotkey, which is the insert. So I didn't realize it until I had finished recording this episode, actually. I had played for another 20 minutes. And so I don't have a save quite where I had stopped the recording, so I've doubled backed to where I noticed the recording stopped, only because I want to show you guys the path down here in the sewer system. I've already looted what's down here, and the rest of it, thankfully, the last quick save I have, I get to redo. So this cellar is here. Some sort of storage for whoever's living in whatever building this is. And the only thing in here that I found was a wine bottle that was worth 30 coins. Someone must come down here, though, because the candle is lit. So it's not like an abandoned ruin which people store stuff. Well, I guess it could be. Someone might be using it to store some illegal goods or something of the sort.
Yeah, I've got it.
That is our objective, that open window. To get into it, though, is a bit tricky. We either have to kind of circumvent the guards for a bit down in the market, or we can just take the highway here through the engineer's home, which is what we're going to do.
I'm going to need to pick up the pace if we are to finish on time.
Bless you.
That's
What that is? God in peace. I thought for sure I heard something.
Not some safe place to read this. May 2nd. This is, by the way, Cordelia's journal. Today marks 3 years since Duncan's passed away at our excavation site of the tomb of Nephrimarian. I still shudder at the thought of the barbarous traps we encountered within, and the awful spiked monstrosity that claimed dear Duncan's life. Without him, my life has become an awful bore. I no longer get to travel to far-flung places where no civilized men have ever set their foot. Instead, I must try to humor myself.
A night and a day is a day.
With the mundane affairs of Bridgeport nobility, though the theatrical performances and dinners I've taken to hosting have kept me busy, I find myself withdrawing to solitude at every opportunity. The garden certainly feels like sanctuary, but it's in the collections room where my heart truly lies. Many relics have memories attached to them. It's so fitting that it's hidden behind the portrait of Duncan in the parlor. It's like a portal to a better time, when I still had my beloved. This house certainly has its share of mysteries, nooks, and crannies that Duncan's ancestors built into the house. Such ingenuity. Ingenuity. The false panel under the portrait is pretty sneaky, and my personal favorite is the button above my bed. I'm certain I haven't found them all yet. I do stay out of Duncan's sanctuary nowadays, though, out of respect for his memory. May 4th. It's sad how narrow a slice of reality these nobles live in. All they know is what the builders allow them, or what their coin can buy them. Thankfully, this part of town is mostly out of Hammer's reach, and I aim to keep it so in any way I can. Their dogmatic and self-righteous furor serves only to limit the people. Aside from my own delvings into pagan tradition, I have few ways to protest. Though, between what Duncan and I have unearthed and the things I've purchased, if the builders saw that collection, they would probably drop dead on the spot from holy indignation. We've learned there's a button somewhere up here. Sorry. Sort of went down the wrong pipe. we've also now learned that there's a switch behind Duncan's portrait in the parlor. Or there's some sort of secret portal there that we'll be interested in trying to access. I'm not moving out of here until I see her walk back into this room. She might rest on the bed again for a little nap, in which case we'll make her move out of this room at that point. Almost died. I suppose as long as I'm breaking the atmosphere a bit. I want to say how glad I am that I'm still playing this game. The difficulty is significantly harder here than in the normal Thief games. I think I'm slowly beginning to get used to it. Now that I've played a little bit of the Dark mod, I find it rather difficult to play the original Thief even. It's not that it's too easy. It's just that the guards here, or the people here in this game, seem much more realistic to me now that I've played this for a little bit. It's a shame no one has made a campaign using this game's AI such that the loot we pick up can be spent in between missions on items or something of the sort. No one comes into this little closet for any supplies. Nothing for them to maneuver in here. I was cleaning the servants' quarters when I thought Percy was off and about, but when I opened his door, I saw him crawling under his desk. Then he turned around and said he had dropped his quill, but I saw it there on his desk. Don't know what he's up to, but I'd better keep my nose out of it, or I might be finding myself on the streets again. Why do the guards have to be such pigs? I wish Millie would have them eating and drinking in the kitchen or the garden instead of where their filth would be easier to clean up. I mean, how on the builder's good earth do you get sausage stuck in the ceiling? And with the amount of ale they spill, it's a wonder the floorboards aren't rotten thrice. So we've just learned about 2 other locations that might have secrets in them. But I think this is also a good place to stop. So when we pick back up, we will, well, venture out from the closet. And I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.